Now, I myself experienced a pretty dramatic weight loss, and this was a huge journey for me. And I say dramatic not necessarily because of the pounds I lost, even though I did lose quite a large number of pounds, and I did change my body physically quite dramatically compared to before. The reason I actually say dramatic is because of who I used to be versus who I became. Somebody who literally could not lose weight. Okay. I was constantly doing diets, doing very unhealthy things, trying to lose weight in the past. And I would always lose a little bit and go exactly back to where I was before. Now, you may be saying, okay, that's good. But what I want you to realize is doing the physical things like the exercise and eating well was so unfamiliar to me and to my past. I was the person who would make up any excuse possible, whether they were true or not, to not partake in PE in school. That's how much I mean, despised exercise. You could not have ever caught me going on a run. How did I change that to becoming somebody who literally fell in love with the gym? How did I change that dramatically? Well, it's through this tip I'm going to give you. I learned to love what I hate, okay? We can train our mind to love anything. We can train our mind to believe and experience pain as pleasure. This is completely and utterly physically possible for the body. And when we know this, we can realize no matter how much we hate exercise and no matter how much we hate eating healthy, we can actually train ourselves to love the things that we hate. I remember when I was younger and I would babysit, there was this little girl who was petrified of spiders. Why? Because her mom was petrified of spiders, and when she saw her mom being afraid of them, she then developed the fear of them. She called my name, Miss Naomi, there's a spider. She was so scared. So I knew what to do. I looked at the spider. I was like, oh, look how cute this little spider is. Oh my gosh, I love it. I want to look close. I want to see its face. Wow, so beautiful. I started giving her the example of what it would be like if I loved the spider. And then she looked at me and she looked at the spider and suddenly, wow, Miss Naomi, this spider's so cute. She thought the spider was cute. She liked the spider, and ever since that day, she liked spiders, okay? So that being said, that shows how quickly we can train ourselves to love the things that we previously hated. Repeatedly creating and saying a new story about either how you love the thing or why you love the thing. I love going to the gym because of the experiences of I have, the people that I meet, the endorphins that fill my brain after, or I love eating healthy meals because I love seeing how colorful they are. I love how I feel after. I love filling my body with nutritious foods. You don't have to have a reason. You can simply say, I love being healthy over and over, but the more emotional charge you give to it, the more powerful and rapid the effects will be, and the more your subconscious mind will take it as fact, and you will truly begin to love the things you hate. Now, moving on to the next point. I love this, you guys. I love this, and I don't care how it sounds. It's so true, and you can't deny it when you see it for yourself. What you focus on in this life tends to expand, okay? What you don't focus on tends to dissipate. I heard this a couple years ago, and so I started applying this in my everyday life and the problems I was experiencing, and I started to give less emotional charge to the things that I didn't want to continue, and for some reason, they would often dissipate. How do we practically apply the rule that what we usually focus on expands and what we usually stop paying attention to dissipates? If we want to have clearer skin, if we want to have a slimmer body, you must stop focusing on the areas of your body that you don't like, that give the impression that you are not where you want to be yet, and start putting all of your focus on the areas of your body that indicate that you are getting to where you want to go. You are getting to where you want to go. I want you to focus on the things that prove the point of where you're trying to go. If you're trying to lose weight, look at the parts of your body. Look at yourself in certain shadows that may appear as though you have abs now, may appear as if you're gaining the muscle. Focus on those things instead of focusing on, oh, I haven't lost the weight yet. my legs are this, my stomach is this. Instead of focusing on the areas that make you feel as though you're not at the weight you want to be, focus on the parts of your body that could indicate you have lost the weight, you are losing the weight, and that you are where you want to be. So what I do is, if I'm wanting to have clearer skin, when I look in the mirror, you're not going to catch me focusing and saying to myself, wow, look at my pimples. No, I'm going to look at the area of my face where my skin is clear, and I'm going to focus on that instead. And you'll notice that when you focus on the parts of yourself that indicate that you are where you want to go physically, you'll notice you will get there much faster. Okay? Please, I beg you, stop focusing on the areas of yourself that make you believe you're not there yet. Even if this sounds delusional, even if it sounds and seems like you're lying to yourself, you're not serving yourself if you don't do this. What we focus on expands. It makes sense psychologically, it makes sense based on neuroscience, because our brain is always trying to prove what we tell ourselves to be true. It's called confirmation bias. The body is always trying to prove what the mind is telling it. That's all I have to say. So if you feel stuck in an area emotionally, or you feel like it's affecting your weight loss, or just in general your life, I do offer one-on-one coaching, Zoom call, and voice note, and that can be booked down below through the link.